You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. How are you? Come on in. Welcome to the podcast that every single day is going to lean you into what you want to do and say, why aren't you doing it? Come on, let's go. Let's do this thing. Stand up, take a step, repeat, let's get it done. But you know, one of the things that makes it possible, and I think also makes it impossible for a lot of people, is lack of clarity in whatever you want to do. If you don't have clarity about what day you're going to wash your car, that could be confusing, right? If you don't have clarity about what kind of food you like to eat, that could confuse you. So clarity is key. And I know you're that clarity, man. Every single podcast and video out there talks about clarity. I got to figure it out. I don't have clarity. I get it. But it's just one of those things. It's like breathing. We got to do it. If you want more in life, you got to be clear about it. We'll talk about a little bit of that today and give you kind of a different perspective on clear thinking, if it's okay. You don't have to listen. You don't. But it might be worthwhile. Hey, how are you? It's a Daily Boost. It's me, Scott. Nice to have you here today. So the deal is this, I just got done with a Face Your Passion coaching call. And if you listen to me on Face Your Passion, it's always this, is I want you to do what you love. I want you to get paid to do it. I want you to do it forever. That's kind of what I want you to do. I'm very clear about what my mission is. And if you don't do that stuff, you probably would not like me, because I want you to go do that. I want you to get paid so you can do the stuff you like to do in life. But as I was talking to people on this call today, it became very evident that there is a lack of clarity. Now, these are folks I've known for a year and a half now. They've been in my group this long. And every single time I get on a call, these people I've known that are so clear in what they're doing and they're just running down the path to get what they want, they will always run into steps where they just don't know what to do. It happens. New level, new devil. As soon as you figure something out, you have no idea what you're doing. Oh, man. Isn't life fun? It's just great. It is. I always look for that. It's like, okay, I'm going to go up a step. Oh, no, let's go. It's going to be fun. So here's my job. This is what I do. Now, my job as a coach, I understand something very clearly. If you are talking to me, you're not clear about something. You're confused. Something's going on. You need a pathway. You need a trick. You need something. But if you're not going to talk to me if you've got everything figured out. If you have everything figured out, I'm talking to you. So I understand if you're talking to me, my job is to figure out what's got you messed up. Not messed up in a good way, just, no traction, right? So my job is this. My job is to test and validate. And when I say that to people, when I tell them what I'm doing, I say, yeah, I'm doing nothing more than testing and validating. That's it. What do you mean by that? I'm taking a test? No, what it means is you say something to me and I'm going to test you in some way. And my goal is to see if you will either defend it like crazy, like you mean it, or do what most people do, is start meandering all over the place and be lost again and be unclear about what they want to do. I hate my job. I'm going to leave. I want to leave. Really? You hate your job? Well, why do you want to leave? And then somebody will say to me like, well, I actually really kind of like it. My boss is really bad. I mean, I kind of like it. I like my coworkers, like the work that I do, but I hate my boss. That's okay. So you don't hate your job. You hate your boss. Yeah, that's it. See, we just clarified something, didn't we? It validated something as well. It validated that they really do like their job. They don't like their boss. And now we can get a little bit closer to what they want to do. Testing and validating, use that in just about anything. If you're being stopped, your clarity it's just foggy. That's it. Clarity causes friction. Clarity causes lack of friction. Clarity causes confusion and lack of confusion. Clarity causes frustration and lack of frustration. It causes everything and it doesn't cause everything. What? It's just omnipresent. It's in your life consistently. Now, you're probably clear about most of the things you want to do, but you understand that as soon as you get something you're excited about that's a little bit out of your comfort zone, you're going to get friction, aren't you? Even though you're excited as hell. You're going to be confused about the next step because there's a cost, there's a price to pay. You're putting something at risk. You don't know what you're doing. You're going to be frustrated if you're not moving fast enough because you're not clear. You're going to be frustrated if you're moving too slow because you're not clear. Everything is affected by it, every single aspect of your life. Have you ever said something to somebody and you were very clear because you're a good communicator? Everybody tells you, and that's what you study, and you're proud of that. And you communicated exactly to somebody. Somebody says, you say, so what do you want to do? Maybe you're, I don't know, you're going to go to school, you're going to get a job. Maybe you're a young person, you're mid-career or something like that. And you get a conversation and your buddy says, hey, man, come on, I know what life is like for you, but now what do you want to do? And you tell them exactly what's on your mind. And suddenly they take off running in another direction. It's like, did they hear me? I told them I want to do this, and they're telling me to do that. What the hell's happening here? I used to do that a lot. I used to go, there was a cruise I would go on with a whole bunch of very experienced business people, like 400 of them. Like we're talking 7-8-figure business people. And I would go on this cruise because I knew it was all these people. I could get in the same room with these people and I could learn a lot. And they would sit down because part of the deal was they would say, hey, Scott, tell us what you're trying to do here. What are you trying to build in your business? Things like that. And see if we can help you. Because I did not clearly tell them exactly what I wanted to do, they just picked whatever resonated with them and ran with it. And before you know it, I was doing something else. Wait a second. You mean I got to be clear before I'm clear? Uh-huh. That's just plain weird. You got to be clear before you're clear. How does that work? Well, not very easily, it turns out. But I will tell you this.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
In all the years I've done this, we talked yesterday about making a decision. I can tell you that if right now, if you simply look at something that has you confused, pick anything it is. It does not matter. What am I going to do tomorrow? How am I going to make more money? How am I going to get my kids to do this? Why do I feel this way? Why won't I go to the gym? I don't care what it is. Pick any one thing. And by the way, there are about 10,000. So this is something that will go on in your mind all day, every day. No, I can't fix that. You're a complicated character. Your mind is always trying to make sense of something. In fact, that's what your mind does. Your prefrontal cortex, the front of your brain, is sorting out stuff to keep you safe. That's pretty much what that does. It keeps you from walking in front of the car down the street and not daydreaming. But back in the backside of your mind, in your longer term memory, it's just trying to make sense of the world around you. It's looking for clarity all day, every day. That's what it does. So don't get frustrated by being frustrated. Just understand that that's what your mind's supposed to do. So here's what you do. I like to say put a point on it. I'm not sure that means anything. It means something to me. I only say that because I just mentioned that to my group here a little bit ago. I said, you need to put a point on this. Imagine a little pyramid. I have my hands out in front of me. I have here's a steeple. Now I'm like my hands are together. My fingers are touching. So it's like a pyramid, right? And everything that's foggy and unclear is down under in that pyramid. I can't figure it out. If I could only get something to the top, I'd know what it is. So your only thing to do when you're trying to get clear on anything, pick one thing and try to put a point on it. If you're trying to figure out how am I going to, I need to move. I don't even know where to start. This is too big a project. How am I going to, I got a great mortgage, but I got to move and the whole thing, it's expensive. I don't even know. So you build this little pyramid and right on the top, you put the thing that it actually is. I need to move closer to my mom. How do I make that happen? And that becomes the point of everything. And nothing replaces that point. You simply say, this is what it is. This is what I have to accomplish. And all the stuff underneath it is just the mess. And all of that just has to be lined up in the direction. And the magic is this. When you simply say, this is the point of the decision. This is what I want to figure out. This is it. You say that's the point. Everything else gets lined up to the point that it does figure out. And what emerges very quickly is a lot of clarity that will start moving you forward. You got to put a point on it. You have to. If you don't lead with that point, you don't know what you're doing and nobody else does. So don't get frustrated by it. It just happens. I push through this all the time with people every single day. And I got to be patient sometimes, but eventually it's like, boom, click, we got it. We know exactly what it is. I wanted to share that with you because I just had the conversation. I'm not sure it helps at all, but I think maybe it will. If anything, it'll let you off the hook a little bit, maybe. All right, you made me talk down. My voice is getting scratchy again. I have to go now. Calm my voice. That's the point of today. Good clarity, Scott. Keep your mouth shut. That's how it works for me. If you want my Perfect Week Planner, you can do it the old-fashioned way, perfectweekplanner.com, or hit me up on Instagram. Just had about 8 people follow me while I'm doing the podcast. That was fun. I want to talk to them right now. Go to Instagram at Face Your Passion. DM me the word planner. I'll send it to you instantly. You don't even have to wait, okay? Otherwise, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow right here on the Daily Boost.